It's been a very chaotic morning here in Austin. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. It's been a very long time since I've come on camera for YouTube and talked to you guys. There's been quite a bit of changes that I think we need to go through that I feel like I owe you. Whew. So let's jump back to the last video I posted. I think I was still in college, living at my parents' ranch. I think the pandemic had just hit or was about to hit, but the video was posted from me in lockdown. So, yeah, it's been a little bit since I've talked to you guys. A lot has changed for the better. I'm living life. It's been a very chaotic morning here in Austin. We are experiencing an Arctic blast currently. I am home. Today's a holiday from work. So yeah, that's that. Very first thing I want to say, I have since graduated from UTSA. I am a corporate girly and content creator now. And I'm living in Austin, Texas now. A lot of you guys do follow me on social media, so you are up to date, but for those who just only follow me on this platform, yeah, that's where we're at. I've graduated UTSA. A lot of you guys know that my parents used to live overseas. They now live back at the ranch, which was a big reason why I decided to make the leap to Austin now, because I didn't have the responsibility of watching the family ranch. Kind of biggest kind of change. Well, one of them, I live in Austin now. Kind of figured some things out about myself personally, and in 2019, I came out as a trans woman to my family and friends. I didn't go public with my identity until March 2022. I announced to social media, the rest of my friends and family on Facebook, everyone essentially, that I am a trans woman, and I have been living as an openly trans woman ever since. And it's been great. Life's been really great once you have a solid foundation of like who you are and everything just in general that you, I don't know, because like a lot of you guys have read the articles and everything that have come out about my journey. They will be linked in the description. There was two in general. One's just a very brief overview of my life, and then there's one on the Skinny Confidential that actually goes really in depth as to my journey. But yeah, I felt like I had no direction and I was just wandering around aimlessly for so long, that once my trans identity came to light with therapy, I found my way. I found direction. I established who I was, and it's been an eye-opening and dream experience. But I don't want to like paint it as rainbows and butterflies, because there are some downsides to it. A lot of criticism, a lot of people not agreeing with your life, a lot of people leaving, a lot of people walking out. But at the very end of the day, I'm happy. I'm truly just never felt more alive and more myself than ever, and haven't been happier. And to me, that's all that matters. And that's what keeps me going at this point. So yeah, and then with that new identity comes, a transition, a journey, a self-transition journey. And that's where we're at right now currently, is in the midst of my transition. Let's see. So in 2022, after I publicly came out, I then decided like what are the next steps for my journey. And I was unhealthy. I was completely unhealthy. My health was so out of control. There was no way that any doctor in their right mind would put me in, would put me on any sort of hormone therapy or any kind of treatment to start my transition. So I really needed to get my health under control, and so one of those decisions was getting bariatric surgery. I started the process October 2022. I was weighing 501 pounds. That was my highest ever recorded weight. And started working with Sage Bariatric in San Antonio. And then February 2023, I had bariatric surgery. By April, I had lost like 100 to 110 pounds. My blood pressure was under control. Things were looking up, and I sought out a hormone specialist at Planned Parenthood, and I got the green light to go ahead and start hormone therapy. So we are now April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I am 10 months into my hormone therapy. That is crazy. 10 months. Yeah, I'm 10 months into my hormone therapy, and that's insane to me. That's completely insane. We're 10 months in, we're going good. I have a check-in every 3 months, and so far with every check-in, I've upped my dosages to start a new phase. Within phase 1, I'm coming to an end of phase 1 in my introductory period, and we'll see what happens from there. They haven't communicated exactly what happens after my introductory phases, but they just know that I'm blowing through them, and there's a reason for that. So naturally, my body already produces high levels of estrogen, greater than my testosterone, so my body was kind of already built for estrogen and hormones that are being put into my body. And this is not the first time that this has come up. This actually came up when I was younger and in high school. My parents noticed my development wasn't similar or wasn't on the same path as like my brothers or other kids my age, and so they had some tests done, and that's when they first realized that my body is producing higher levels of estrogen over testosterone. The recommended treatment back then was that I start testosterone treatments, testosterone shots. But my parents ultimately decided that they are going to give me full autonomy over my body, and I can make that decision later on in life. And I thank them so much for that, because so far in the hormone therapy and the transition, it has been very seamless, very easy for me to handle. The only thing I will complain about is my boobs do hurt. They're growing, they hurt, they bother me. I get so irritable at times because they just bother me so much. But that's pretty much the only downfall that I have so far. Life has been interesting, I will say, living as an openly trans woman. I don't know. Living in Texas is weird for someone who has an identity like me, and it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know really what else to say about it, but it's a wild, wild experience being an openly trans woman in a highly conservative state, because I am constantly fighting for things that I want and having to hide my identity for certain things. That's pretty much where we're at with my transition. I'm in a kind of waiting period, or deciding period, I guess you can say, as to what's next on this journey, but I definitely will start bringing you guys along for that, which brings me to my next updates. I have been fully back into content creating mode. I create content on TikTok mainly, and Instagram stories. I'm very active on there. And then now I hope to be a little more active on here. It just depends on my work-life balance and getting that content out. And there was a reason for this push. I am coming off a year-long mentorship with Lauren Bostic from Skinny Confidential, and that was such an amazing experience that I will forever be grateful for everyone involved. Lauren, her team, Deanna, who introduced me to Lauren, just everyone who had their hands in this for me to land this and be given this opportunity has been amazing. And I definitely took this and ran with it. And Lauren definitely taught me, when you think you're at a level or capacity of which you believe is your limit, she can definitely push you to new limits and show you that no, you can be doing more, and in a positive way, because she's given me opportunities, opened doors for me, and done so much for me that I never thought were possible for someone like me, or in the content creator space in general. I've completely blown past these kind of ceilings that, you know what, I'm going to be 100% honest, that I've input on myself, and have completely blown myself away. And Lauren is just a great mentor. To have someone at her level believe in you and share her knowledge and be willing to help you and be so open with you, is amazing. And I am extremely grateful for this opportunity and the kind of mentee mentorship and relationship that we have built. Her team is amazing, and I'm so glad that I can, you know, have these people in my life in some sort of capacity who believe in me just as much as Lauren believes in me. And yeah, it's been a really great experience. And so with that came about a lot of things, like my involvement at Dear Media IRL. Being able to host her booth and conduct some interviews for her was amazing. And I have created my own little mini series on TikTok called Not So Jaded, where I talk things all trans identity, my transition journey, things that I personally lived through, and giving me this kind of series to vent, talk through some things, and kind of just create a platform where I can have my voice heard, my complaints heard, because I am full of complaints. I will admit that. But yeah, it's been such a great experience, and I'm so excited for what's to come. And one thing I was doing last year was getting a hang of that, which I have, kind of. It's not flawless, but finding the balance for that, and then to get back into YouTube was my ultimate goal coming into this year. And so that brings us to now where we're at. Me in my apartment in Austin, Texas, creating content again, getting back into the groove of things, being a corporate girly. And it's just been an amazing ride that I am so glad to finally be here where I'm at and in the position that I'm in. And yeah, so we are starting 2024 as I usually do. I usually take the first 3 weeks off of the year to complete what I call my 3 R's, which is rest, reevaluate, and reset. So I have definitely been resting. I have definitely been doing some reevaluating, and I have definitely been doing some resetting. Essentially, rest is just for me in general and my mental health. I need to rest, disconnect, be a bum, and just not worry about anything except, obviously work, because I have to focus on work. But rest my body mentally and physically. I have become a workout fiend, and so my body was hurting a bit towards the end of the year, and so this resting period has definitely done wonders and healed some of my body that's been needing some healing. Next R is reevaluating. I have definitely been reevaluating some things, where I'm at, where I want to be, what I don't like, kind of pivoting in certain aspects of my life and trying to come up with a game plan on how we can pivot to those things that I want, right? 2023, there was a lot of things that I want to bring in and continue on this year, which is very rare for me to say. Usually I want to shut the chapter that is the previous year and come into this whole year brand new person, new start, new this, new that. But I don't feel like that this year. I definitely had so many ups last year that I want to continue kind of on this trajectory. And so I want to reevaluate and bring some of those practices into 2024, so we can continue on this path. But also reevaluating things that I don't want to bring into 2024. It's not, again, I don't ever want to paint a picture that it's all rainbows and butterflies over here. We definitely struggle with some things, and kind of, you know, healing from those things and moving past it. Others easier said than done. And yeah, the reevaluating portion was very fun. And then resetting is the last R that I do, which is the last week of the 3-week span that I take off. I'm kind of ending it a little sooner by posting this video just because there's some things that I need to jump into. And then other things that I feel like I need to get back into. So yeah, 2024, we're off to a really good start, and I feel rested and ready to conquer the world, or ready to conquer this year. And again, with resetting comes with, you know, creating my new journals that I have on my iPad, creating a whole new budget journal, you know, resetting those kind of aspects in my life, and kind of writing down things that I want to start focusing on, and helping me reset to get ready to start implementing things that I evaluated in my life that need to either change or continue. So we are ready to start executing on those things, and I'm really excited. So what does that mean for YouTube? Well, I really wanted to get this video kind of out there and but I am going to try my best to post once a week, either a weekly vlog or some sort of content video discussing what's going on with my life. YouTube has always been one of my favorite platforms to post on. I love the video creation and editing part and aspects of that, and just in general, the platform itself is a little more enjoyable as a content creator. Shorts was definitely something I experimented with last year. I'm definitely going to be continuing on my shorts journey. And I'm just trying to find a balance between Instagram Reels, TikTok, Shorts. Like, I'm trying to find a balance between all of that. But yeah, I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to make any promises because it's all a balancing act, and with all balancing acts can come a little stumble here and there. But my goal is to produce one video a week. Don't think I have anything else to update you guys on. I feel like I kind of blew past everything that I wanted to get out. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you're curious about, feel free to comment them. DM me on any of my social platforms. I completely filmed this entire video and forgot to film an outro, so clearly I'm a bit rusty at this, right? But with all of those updates being said, let me reintroduce you to myself, as well as if you are new here. My name is Jade Scott. I am an openly trans woman living in Austin, Texas. I am a lifestyle content creator as well as a trans content creator, where I talk all things trans identity, my trans story, my transition story, and all things that are trans. You get a bit of everything on this channel, so I hope you guys stick around. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me, and I appreciate it. Love you guys. See you in the next video.